the leadership of the ASK, allow me to associate myself with the protocol already established. Your Excellency, welcome to Nairobi International Trade Fair. Indeed, we are honored that you found time to come to this trade fair, which is the inaugural one after the COVID-19 break. We have not had this for 2 years. And as we observed, our people are yet to fully come back. The International Trade Fair, or what we used to call the Nairobi Show, was one of those things that you would never miss in Nairobi. Your Excellency, I remember getting lost here many times as a child and being severely punished for that. Your Excellency, we need to improve and move with the times. As you see, this is a great facility that we have that is an asset and should not only be used once a week in the year, but should have activities throughout. And for that reason, I want to congratulate the leadership of the ASK for having been able to launch the Expo Center, which you have opened. We want to see year-long activities, open it up for us. Your Excellency, I've played rugby in this field. I think they stopped leaving it out for our sports teams. Let us have more activity in this showground so that we can move with the times. People have moved with technology. There are more ways of attracting business. Let's talk about agriculture in an urban scope. I'm very glad that you have been able to see, Your Excellency, contrary to what many people think, that Nairobi City County has agriculture. In fact, Nairobi City County government conducts more than 15,000 extension visits a year, more than most counties. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, if you go to Kasarani constituency in Ruai, you will find agriculture going on. If you go to Roysambu constituency, if you go to Dagoretti South, Waithaka, Udhiru, Mutuini, we have a lot of agriculture. But when it comes to allocating resources from the national government that supports counties, Nairobi is always left behind. I had mentioned to you, and I want to thank you for the interventions that you're making to the drought-stricken counties. But when you're making those interventions to the drought-stricken counties because of the issue of famine, I would humbly ask that you remember Nairobi County, because we are at the end of the food chain. Your Excellency, when there is no food across the country, there is no food in Nairobi. And urban poverty bites harder sometimes than rural poverty. When somebody does not have food in Nairobi or money, they will not eat, they will not have a place to sleep. In the rural area, sometimes your neighbor will give you gorogoro ya mahindi. Back in Western, even the fence inakuwa ni mboga. But in Nairobi, it is very difficult. So we'd like to ask you that you think of interventions that can also support our people in our informal areas. You have seen the kind of agriculture we're doing. You have seen urban farming, using hydroponics, where we're going vertical. And Your Excellency, this is an area that my government in Nairobi will be willing to, we're going to support and support fully. Our speak to that. You have seen the Nairobi water and earthy water work stand. We have a shortfall of around 300 million liters of water a day. If you support the work that they're doing, we should be able to get another 140 million liters of water by the end of next year, because of many places in our county have not been able to access that. Your Excellency, you have also been able to see the other stands that are exhibiting more than just Nairobi to look at. With those very many remarks, let me take this opportunity